Hey everybody, this is Boomy here. I am going to create a drilling video today. And the goal is for you at home to be able to have a resource to drill with. Our first chapter is going to go into some fundamentals and a little bit of terminology. And after that, the goal is to have something that you can follow along with as you progress in your fencing skill. All right, some terminology. An advanced step is going to be just going forward. The important parts are pushing off of this back foot right here in order to then propel yourself forward. And as we travel forward and back, advancing and retreating, I would like you to stay level. That's the goal. So if you can imagine either the top of my head or my hips, they're staying very level to the ground. And then my weight distribution between my front leg and back leg is about 50-50. So we're going to step, an advanced step, and a retreat step. And then for our blades, for the mechanics, what I like to focus on are the 4 quadrants with your main blade. So we're only going to cover main blade work for today. I'll have my dagger in the demonstration, but if you only have your main blade, that is quite all right. So the main blade's going to have 4 parries. We're going to cover the high line, the outside, high line to the inside, low line outside, or sorry, low line inside, and low line to the outside. The goal is to have these 4 parries on lock as you are moving your feet. We're pairing your sword mechanics and your arm mechanics with your footwork. So, the parry, when you're parrying, the important part is that you are using the edge of the blade, ideally, to some extent, to find the other person's blade. You are pointing your tip at about the level of their forehead, and you're having good vertical coverage. Right? If I'm being attacked from my right side, if I am doing this, there's a over and under that someone can find my body with. But if I do this, everything along the outside is covered. Hopefully that makes sense. Here's just another angle. This is good vertical coverage. This is not good vertical coverage. I'm exposed underneath. I'm exposed up here. Same deal with the inside. If I want to do an inside parry, it's good vertical coverage. My hand is here by my hip. My tip is about the height of my imaginary opponent, so that if their blade is on this side, it is locked out. And they have to do a fairly large disengage to find any part of my body. As opposed to often what I see in fencing is going a little too horizontal too quickly. So people are looking to find the opponent's blade here, but it leaves openings above and below for someone else to have played you and then can throw toward a kill zone. The drills. Number 1. We're going to do 10 repetitions of just an advance and a retreat step. So, advance step, remember pushing off that back foot, retreat step, pushing off that front foot, staying level, advance step, retreat. Advance, retreat. Advance, retreat. Advance, retreat. 5 more. Advance, retreat. Advance, retreat. Speeding up a little. Advance, retreat. Advance, retreat. Advance, retreat. 1 more, advance and retreat. Next, we're going to add some speed in each direction. We're going to do the scenario where you have retreated and now you need to launch back into the person. So you retreated, ideally you've parried, you have found their blade, now you can throw it back at them. So the footwork will be as follows. A retreat step, and immediately launching forward. Again, pushing off that front leg to retreat, letting that weight settle on the back foot such that I'm ready to spring forward. So retreat, stepping forward. You'll notice I don't fully settle in that back leg position if I were just doing, compared to just doing a retreat step. So let's do 8 more. Retreat, launch. Retreat step, launch. Retreat step, launch, retreat, launch, retreat step, launch, retreat step, launch, retreat, launch, retreat, launch. 1 more, retreat step, launching forward. Next, we're going to do the scenario where you step forward and then you're going to launch to attack. So it's going to look like this. Advanced step, and then immediate large advanced step. Right, so the gait will change. Small advanced step, big advanced step. So 8 more. Small advance, big advance. Back to back, staying level. Small, big. Small, big advance. Small advance, big advance. Small advance, big advance. Small advance, big advance. I'm going to do 3 more. Small advance, big advance. Small advance, big advance. Small advance, big advance. Small step, big step. 1 more. Small step, big step. Now, we're going to get to a scenario where we now have taken a small step back, something that I preach all the time. Take a small step back when you don't know what's happening and pair that with a parry to where you believe their blade is going to be. So, assuming we're starting with the opponent in front of us, and when you take a small step back, they have deceived us because they've taken a larger step than we thought they were going to take. So now they are closer to us, or the measure is shorter, however you want to phrase that. And now we need to get out. And we're going to get out by doing a cross step back, like so. So it's going to be cross step back. Let's do 10 of those. So cross stepping back, and cross stepping back, staying level. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're pushing off that front foot, keeping those hips level. 9 and 10. Next, we're going to pair that cross step back with a retreat step. It is, I have stepped back, as I should. I'm looking to parry, looking to repose, launch back in. But oh no, they've stepped closer than I wanted. They're about to launch. I need to get out. So I'm going to take a small step back and then cross step back. All right? So small step back, cross step back. That's the work here. 8 more. Small step back, cross step back. Back to back. Small step back, cross step back. Small. We'll go ahead and knock out 3 more. Small step back, cross step back. Small step back, cross step back. And small step, cross step. Now, those are just some of the fundamental bits of footwork that you need in context of sword fighting. And this really applies to armored combat, to boxing, to really anything on your feet. Judo, grappling, wrestling. The idea is that controlling the distance that you want, dictating that yourself, is the goal with appropriate footwork. Staying level so that your opponent can't predict whether you're going to go forward, go backward, explode forward, versus what some people do when not staying level. They look very upright and casual, so they're not ready to move, and they might get attacked here. Or, alternatively, maybe I want to attack, and I get real low and get ready to attack somebody, right? This is like the posture of, I'm ready to come at you. And that's, you can tell from a mile away, I'm about to attack you. As opposed to just being here all the time. You can't tell until I actually launch forward. All right, we're now going to pair our swords with our steps. The goal is to start off with that retreat parry. This one, if you practice anything, is the most important one. So the goal is to step back, pick a quadrant. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Step back with that parry and make that the most crucial of habits. So, you get to choose the parry. We're going to work 10 step backs. I will just sprinkle them in with variety. All right? So, step back, parry. 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 All right. So, we're going to do 10 more. We're going to go through each, let's do 12 more. We'll go through each of the quadrants. We'll start with high to the outside, then outside low, inside high with your blade. All right. So step high, outside, step low, outside, step inside and low, step inside and high. 2 more times through that cycle with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 3, just kidding, and 4. All right, next, we're going to practice that aggressive footwork, which is that step launch. And when we step, what I want you to do is to pretend you are showing either low or high from that outside line. And so we're going to step, show low, and when we launch, disengage high. As opposed to stepping, showing high, disengage low. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll do first, step, show low, explode to high 5 times. Step, show low, and disengage high. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we're going to show high on that step and disengage low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, we're going to pretend we are pursuing our opponent, who is a person who gets spooked and just launches themselves upright and away from any form of attack that they don't predict or they can't predict. To do this one, what we're going to do, entry step, show, take that step, 1 extra step in that guard, whatever your guard you're in, pretending like you're defending yourself, and then lunge. So the footwork is going to be this. Small step, big step, lunge. So you're hunting somebody down here. Small step, big step, lunge. Small step, bigger step, lunge. Small step, big step, lunge. I hope that this helps those out there with some fundamental footwork, as well as blade mechanics. I didn't go into depth for a lot of details in those actions, and I added a lot of actions with my dagger that I did not mention. I wanted this to be simply something to follow along to get you started, and please let me know if you would like videos elaborating on anything in particular, or if you have any other specific questions, drop them in the comments down below. I am happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.